I made a bridge for my city. Do you want to add one to your city too? If you want to, you're going to need 3 pieces of paper. 2 of the pieces of paper are going to be towers, just like our towers from our tower video. And then you'll need a piece of paper to make your bridge. You'll also need tape to tape your towers, and then tape to tape your bridge to your towers, and scissors to cut out the middle part from your bridge. And then something like crayons or markers to color it. The first thing I'm going to do is fold my piece of paper in half. And open it back up, and then I'm going to measure my towers. So if I want my towers to hide behind the bridge so you won't be able to see it, then I know that I shouldn't cut a hole bigger than this, because this is going to be where the towers hide behind the front of the bridge. Okay, so now I have my tower marked. I'm going to fold it back again. And then I'm going to decide how high I want it. Well, if I make it really high, there won't be a whole lot to keep this, and it'll probably rip and I'll have to tape it. That's okay, but I don't want to do that today. So I'm going to make it this high. So I know it's going to go like this and like this. Oh, I don't know if I want a square bridge. Maybe I will make it more rounded like that. Let's check the other side. Does it look like this and this line up? It does. So I can cut them both at the same time, making sure they line up, holding it like this, checking my fingers and always cutting away from me. Now I can open it back up. Do my towers fit? They do. Now, I don't want that to show, so I'm going to make that the back side where I tape it to the towers. And I'm going to decorate this side any way that I'd like. I think I would like to have some purple and blue stones on this bridge. These blue squares kind of remind me of stonework. But if I don't want to draw the whole square, I could just draw the lines where the dust has fallen on it. Let's see. I'm going to add another color. I like to have 2 different colors because it shows up and the picture's different and it gives it more dimension. It helps it look more 3-dimensional. This color didn't show up in the camera very well, so I'm going to add another blue to it. Even though this color is darker than this color, since I'm pushing harder and leaving more color on the paper, you can see it better. You know, I think I want there to be grass growing at the bottom of this bridge. So I'm going to put some green plants and grass. That green doesn't show up in the camera very well. Maybe I'll add a darker green. This darker green has a lot of blue in it. Maybe I'll try another green. This one doesn't have any grass because it's in cement. But this one's got some grass around it. And then maybe I can add some trees next to it in my city. I think I'm going to add some smaller stones. Sometimes when they're building bridges, they run out of big stones, or it's just too heavy to get the big stones on top. So they do smaller stones in some of the places. Sometimes a big stone just breaks because there was something in the stone that couldn't handle the weight of the bridge. And then it's filled in with smaller stones or even rubble from the big stone that broke itself. Okay, so in my world, they were able to get the big stones this high, and then they said, oh no, it's just too hard to get them that high. Or maybe they ran out of big stones because it's really hard to get big stones out of the quarry and all the way down to the bridge. So maybe they decided that it would be easier to do the smaller stones. Okay, I'm going to add some stones this way. When you build an arch, the stones have to push on each other in order to stay in place, kind of like a puzzle. So they get wedged or stuck in an arch. There it is. Maybe I'll add some background color for some of my other stones. What do you think? I'm going to put all of these away. And then I'm going to get the tape and my towers and stand it up. So I'm going to line it up so that you can't see the tower on the other side. And then I'm going to put some tape on the bottom. And then I'm going to put some tape on the top. And then I'm going to do it again. Line it up. Some tape at the top. Some tape. Oops, we got misaligned. That's okay. Just pull it gently apart. And then line it back up and tape it before it can move again. Sometimes when you tape the second tower, it's a little bit more difficult because the weight of the first tower is now pulling on the page. So you can just expect that when you do the first one, it will line up, and when you do the second one, it'll be a little different. And now I have a standing tower. If you want, you can do 2 of these, and then they'll be covered on both sides. Since I already have my sample, I'm just going to tape it on so you can see what it will look like. This one kind of reminds me of like the Golden Gate Bridge. Not that it's the same shape, but that it's got kind of the same color and lots of cables pulling back and forth or holding the tension of the weight of the bridge.